Hello, Tabbies! Welcome to today's video. And before we get started, and yes, I did went to cut my hair a bit, so it's a little shorter than usual, but usually it's fine. It's the funniest thing the moment I cut my hair. Georgia went from being hot to cooler now. So we're usually, pretty hot outside. I would say about, 30, 38 degrees Celsius outside, but today is much lower than that. It's in the 20s, I think in the morning. So that was surprising. I didn't expect that when I cut my hair, it's supposed to be, cooling effect sort of things. But on to today's topic, and that is recovery that doesn't suck. And yes, so one of the things when it comes to exercise is you are putting yourself as a risk. It's usually control risk, but once in a while, things gonna go wrong, and you're gonna feel some pain. And the thing is, it's all right. Because the point is, what you're gonna go from here is becoming more important than the fact that you fail or something like that. I failed. I didn't listen to my body enough. So what happened was I did feel that the joints, my problem was coming, but I was didn't think that it was that much of a big deal. Like a lot of us, it's like, well, I'm getting older, so pain here and there is all right. But that was actually my body telling me that no, we're not doing anymore. We can't do this, and that's a lesson learned. But a lot of us, especially as we grow older, we're like, maybe I'll be able to, my metabolic rate goes down, or I'll gain a couple weights here or there just because of us growing old. And that's a very wrong misconception. Your metabolic rate, which is, basically how much energy you absorbed in, but also how much you're using, is usually stay the same from your 20s to your 60s. All right. So from 20 to 60, your body weight should be around the same if you doing the right thing. And a lot of us, it has to do with, either for me, injury like this, you're like, oh, I can't, I gotta stop doing this. I can't keep going. I'm gonna feel pain again. Or, we have a lot more stress in our life. Granted, the older you become, the more responsibilities that you might have, things that's happening that requires, your attention. And that's one of the things that, I like to say, yeah. So if you find yourself, gaining weight a bit as you grow older, that's pretty much gotta say something with your current, your healthy habits that you're having is, you know, growing older is not an excuse to gain weight. All right. That's a very wrong misconception. You're still, things change, and that's all right. And one of the things you have to do is like accept it, and then see how you can adapt to this new environment. As you get more stress, you have different responsibilities, and but recovery. So in case that you're like me, who hurt herself and now you're recovering, right? One of the first things we have to do is not a setback. That's something you have to keep in mind. Yes, you're not going to be able to exercise to keep seeing progress as you would normally, but it doesn't mean that this is setting you back. This is the time for you to reflect. This is like your body's like, okay, you need to take a pause here and then reflect on what we've been doing wrong and what we've been doing right as well. And so, what I've been doing right is actually, working out with a lot of my pull exercise, especially for my back, because that's the biggest reason why I don't feel as much pain as I would normally. Like before I had this problem, like this is not my first time dislocating a joint, but before I feel so much pain weeks after weeks. And until I got to physical therapy, they give me a couple exercises, and I'm like, well, I'm doing that. These are very simple exercises, and now I've been working out my back muscles much more than before. So the process of putting the joints back didn't hurt, but also recovering, it didn't hurt for as many days as it would. Like it hurt for me probably like 5 days. That's the maximum. Back then it was like 2 weeks. So as you can see, there's a much improvement there. And second, this is the time for us to focus on our weak points, things that might be a problem later on. So some of the things that I've been noticing is that my shoulder is going to be quite a bit of a problem. And what I'm going to do is actually, exercises still, but focus more on it. So it's one of, the things like, oh, do belly exercise, this and that. But a lot of us might have knee pains. I have shoulder pains. You might have joint pains in the wrist, right? And because we exercise and we don't overdo it, like some people, like we're exercising for our body, right? So we're not pushing ourselves to pass the limits. We're not even pushing ourselves to the limits. See? So we're just pushing ourselves enough that we can see progress, like that we define. We don't have to have anybody else define it either. See, that's the biggest, like, that's, when you realize that, life becomes much easier. You're not doing it to compare to somebody else online, or, well, now I'm failing, apparently. Now I can't really do this like the other kids, at the club. And the point is, this as adults, we get to decide what we want to do and what we don't want to do. That's the freedom. And so instead of, feeding into your ego, like I have to do this, I have to do that, to compare ourselves to like this and that, take this time of recovering to relax, to less, like focus on the exercises that's gonna help you like see on your weak points and see, okay, what do I plan moving forward? What kind of things I can and cannot do? Like what are my limits? Those kind of things you don't really find out until very late, and you don't want to find out when you're like getting old and all this pain gonna be a big problem. You want to sort of tiptoeing and see how it is now so that you can go forward. And that's, the mindset that I would say for most of us. Yes, injury is gonna happen, pain's gonna happen. You want to avoid that, obviously. That's what I've been telling people all the time. If you're exercising and you're having fun and you feel no pain, keep going. But once you feel pain, when you feel something weird, so when you go to the ER, like I did, then it is time to sit back, reflect on what we're doing. And for me, I'm going to physical therapy right now. So right after this, I'm going to physical therapy. Why? Because I'm mostly recovered. I would say like 80% recover, but I'm not sure, where I am. Maybe, going to like having a higher professional that knows what they're doing can help my recovery much faster. I can do things that, even I can get even stronger than I was before, because now, even, yes, I'm a fitness professional, I know what I'm doing, but sometimes, we have these blind spots in our system that we just need to have one other person, like just the third party person to help us see within. And for me, I'm taking this time for me recovering to do that actually. So yes, I'm not working out as much as I would because it does bring some pain here. So I'm going to ask, okay, what do I need to do to recover? How much can I do? What are the progress? What are the timelines that I can expect so that I can move forward? And one of the things is when I'm good, I'm not gonna go there every single day. This is the this thing is like what I do here too. Fitness coaches, what I do to help people is actually just, you come here, you have a big problem, you don't see the blind spot. We're talking together, we're using science. We're not, like jumping like, oh, you need to drink any shakes, any supplements, any crap that you need to take. No, like we're moving one step at a time. And the reason is, and when you're done, right, you get like, oh, you start seeing results, you're done with me, then you just keep moving forward. You don't have to like keep coming back. This is not like personal training. Personal training is more, like you come like to the session either, in person or online, right? And then you get told what to do, like, oh, do 10 push-up, do this, do 10 jumping jacks, and then rest, all this stuff. You're not getting told what to do. You're like, when you do fitness coaching, that's coaching is a different part. We're working on more than just, like being told what to do. Obviously, we'll work on like your exercise routine, but then you get to decide what you want to do. Like something you're like, usually I go kickboxing today, but I have a test coming up, so obviously I'm not going kickboxing. So I'm just gonna walk around my neighborhood kind of thing. So you're taking control of your future. You don't have to depend on one person to keep telling you like what you can and cannot do. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you both so much for coming, and I will hope to see you soon. All right, bye bye.